Hello students, it is video 4, part 2 of chapter Physical and Chemical Change of class 8th. Now we will continue with the same chapter. In last video we discussed about physical changes. Today we will start with chemical change. Chemical change, a change in which new substances are formed. Underline, new substances are formed and which cannot be reversed. Underline, cannot be reversed. By reversing the conditions is called a chemical change. In case of physical change, we had discussed and read the definition that physical changes are those changes which do not form new substance and can be reversed by reversing the condition. Now we will discuss some examples related to chemical change. First one, burning. Burning. Combustible substances. When burn, what are combustible substances? Those substances which burns in air. Combustible substances like coal, paper, LPG, CNG, wood. These substances, when burned, in air, it releases carbon dioxide and water vapor. When hydrogen gas burn in air, new substance formed, water. But if we want to get once again hydrogen back from water, when water cool down, it is not possible. Water does not give back hydrogen. So the change is irreversible. Burning of hydrogen is a chemical change. Burning of combustible substances also irreversible and chemical change. Coal contain carbon. When burnt, carbon combine with oxygen to form carbon dioxide, new substance in air. This change is irreversible change because on cooling, carbon dioxide does not give back carbon and oxygen. Hence, burning of carbon or coal is a chemical change. Similarly, wood or paper, when burnt, combine with oxygen of the air and form new substance. Which new substance? Carbon dioxide and water vapor. Underline, on being cooled, carbon dioxide and water vapor do not give back the wood or paper. Thus, the burning of wood or paper is a chemical change. Which change it is? Chemical change. I have taken one paper. I burn it. When I burn, carbon dioxide and water vapor form. But if I want to get back paper from this ash, not possible. So which change it is? Chemical change. New substance formed, heat release, but we never get back the same reactant or the substance. Kerosene, diesel, petrol, LPG. Full name of LPG is liquefied petroleum gas. Underline, name of LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. And CNG, compressed natural gas. You have to learn full name of LPG and CNG are all hydrocarbons. Underline, hydrocarbons. And what is hydrocarbon? Hydrocarbon are those substances which are made up of hydrogen and carbon and hydrogen. When lighted, they burn in air to form new substance. Which new substance? Same, carbon dioxide and water vapor. Same way, when wood or paper burn, new substances form carbon dioxide and water vapor. Same here. The change are irreversible too, so the burning of these fuel is a chemical change. Burning of gas is a chemical change. Ethanol, ethyl alcohol, commonly called alcohol. So underline these two names. Is a compound containing carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Underline carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. It is liquid that catches fire when near a flame and burns to give carbon dioxide and water vapor. In all cases, new substances during burning, carbon dioxide and water vapor form. This is also a chemical change. Two important terms you have read during the burning: hydrocarbons, it contain carbon and hydrogen, and second, ethanol, it contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Another example, rusting for chemical change. Iron rusts in moist air, forming a red-brown solid called rust. Red-brown solid called rust. Rust formed cannot be changed back to iron by reversing the condition. That is, the change is irreversible. Thus, rusting is a chemical change. Another example of chemical change, cooking of food. Taste of vegetable and pulses changes on being cooked because new substances are formed in this process. Also, we obtained green vegetable. Also, we cannot obtain green vegetables from a vegetable curry or grain from cooked pulses. So, the cooking of food is a chemical change. See, black grains, uncooked. When we boil these grains or cooked, then these grains change in new substance. If I try to press this grain, which is raw, I am not able to press it. Too hard. Now change. After cooking, it become softer. And we can't change these grains back in form of raw grains. Curdling of milk. Once milk is curdled, a new substance curd is formed and milk cannot be obtained back from the curd. That is, the change is irreversible. Thus, curdling of milk is a chemical change. Next example, the charring of sugar. Sugar belong to which compound? Carbohydrates. Underline carbohydrates. And what carbohydrates contains? Carbon and the elements of water. What is the formula of sugar? C12H22O11. So carbohydrate it is. It contains carbon and water elements, hydrogen and oxygen. So when sugar is heated, water gets loosened and vaporized, and the black residue of carbon is left behind. Already we have learnt in previous video. And which sort of change it is? Irreversible. Therefore, it is a chemical change. See this diagram. Sugar is a compound called carbohydrate, contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. When it churned, it changed in form of brown color, and after cooling, it become black in color, black color carbon, and it is irreversible change. It is a chemical change. Next example of chemical change, digestion. Food on being digested inside our body is changed into several different things. When we take food through the mouth, it gets digested in different parts of the body and expelled out from the body. The change cannot be reversed. So digestion is also the example of chemical change. Next example of chemical change, fermentation. Preparing alcohol from fruit containing sugar. Underline containing sugar. In the presence of enzyme, underline presence of enzyme, a sugar solution change into alcohol, liberating carbon dioxide. As a result, a froth is formed and the liquid appears as if it were boiling. The process is known as fermentation. So fermentation word derived from the Latin word fervor. The meaning of this is to boil. It is irreversible change and it is the example of chemical change. Next one example is photosynthesis. Green plants prepare their food, glucose, from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. Then carbon dioxide react with water to form glucose and oxygen. New substance formed is glucose and oxygen. So this change is also irreversible. So photosynthesis is a chemical change. How we can balance equation of photosynthesis? 6CO2 plus 6H2O give rise to C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Next example is respiration. Respiration. Glucose is a compound of carbohydrate formed in living being combined with oxygen of air, forming new substance carbon dioxide, water and energy in the cell. It helps in breakdown of food inside the cell. So reaction in which way you can write glucose plus oxygen give rise to carbon dioxide, water and energy. How we can balance? Glucose C6H12O6 plus 6O2 respiration give rise to 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy. Next topic, conservation of mass in a chemical change. Mass of individual substance undergoing a chemical change is altered. Altered means changed. But the total mass of the reactant is the same as the product. Total mass of the reactant is same as that of product. This line underline. Now example. When carbon is burnt in the presence of air, the mass of carbon is reduced and finally it vanishes. In fact, carbon get converted into carbon dioxide, but the mass of carbon plus mass of oxygen is same as the mass of carbon dioxide. Mass of carbon plus mass of oxygen taken from air is equal to the mass of carbon dioxide formed. Second example they have given, the mass of iron nail increases when nail get rusted, but the mass of original nail plus mass of oxygen and moisture from the air it take for rusting process is equal to the mass of rusted nail. These two examples show conservation of mass in chemical change. Table 2.1, physical and chemical change comparison they have given. Physical change is temporary. Chemical change is permanent. Physical change is reversible. Chemical change is irreversible. Physical change, no new substances are formed after a physical change. Chemical change, new substances are formed after a chemical change. Physical change, after a physical change, mass of the substance remain unaltered, not changed. Chemical change, the mass of the individual substance undergoing a chemical change is altered. Already two examples I explained about rusting of iron and burning of carbon. Can physical and chemical change occur together? Yes. Example, burning of candle. The wax under the wick melt. The molten wax flow down and solidifies. These are change in state and therefore it is physical change. A part of molten wax that vaporize burns to form carbon dioxide and water vapor. The burning of wax is a chemical change. When molten wax vaporize, it forms new substance, carbon dioxide and water vapor. The burning of wax is a chemical change. So we consider the burning of candle as an example of physical and chemical change together. Burning of candle is an example of physical and chemical change together. When wax under the wick melt, molten wax flow down and solidifies. This change of state is physical change. A part of molten wax that vaporize burns to form carbon dioxide and water. The burning of wax is a chemical change. Physical and chemical changes involve energy change. For each change, sometime energy absorb and sometime energy evolve. There is a change in energy when a physical or chemical change occur. Energy usually in the form of heat is either taken in, absorbed or given out, evolved by a substance undergoing a change. A change during which heat given out is called exothermic change. A change in which heat is taken in, we called it as an endothermic change. So any change in nature there are many changes which are neither exothermic nor endothermic. The formation of a heterogeneous mixture is a common example of this type of change. When sand is mixed with salt or water, no heat is given out or taken in. Now, energy change in physical state, change in state. We know when solid absorb heat, then it melt and form a liquid. Liquid absorb heat, change in form of vapor. These sort of change, we call it as endothermic change because heat is absorbed by solid, then liquid. In previous video, I have shown you ice. It melt in form of liquid, and when we heat liquid, it form gaseous form or water vapor form. In these two cases, they absorb heat. So this change in state is an endothermic change. On being cooled, gases and vapor condense and liquid freeze. Heat is given out in this process. So exothermic change it is. Activity they have given. In this activity, they have taken one glass and one steel ball. In steel ball, they are putting normal water, and in cup they have taken boiled water in which steam rises. When steam rises come in contact with the lower surface of the ball, it condenses to form water vapor. But slowly it transfers heat to the water inside the bowl. After some time, when we touch the water inside the bowl, the water become warm. It shows energy change in physical change. Next topic is why an energy change in a change of state. Already we discussed in first chapter due to kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to temperature. This happened because the kinetic energy possessed by the molecule of a substance is different in different state. In solid, molecules are tightly packed. In liquid, loosely packed. And in gases, molecules are independent, free. So it is the lowest in the solid state, higher in liquid state, and highest in gaseous state. So energy will be absorbed by a solid to melt and energy absorbed by a liquid to boil or vaporize. And heat will be evolved by vapor to condense and a liquid to freeze. Here heat will evolve by vapor to condense, underline to evolve, and here energy will be absorbed by the solid to melt and liquid to boil. And we know when heat or energy absorb, which change it is? Endothermic change. And we know when heat evolve or given out, it is exothermic change. Dissolution. Many substances evolve heat wherever some other absorb heat. Exothermic, endothermic. While dissolving in a solvent, we will discuss it with this activity. In this activity, what they have shown, holding a glass in our hand, normal water they have taken, then they add glucose inside it, stir it, then we will feel the glass will become slightly cool. Dissolution of glucose in water is an endothermic change. Which change? Endothermic change. We can get back the glucose by evaporation of water. If we put some glucose in our tongue feel cool. You can put pinch of glucose on your tongue and feel. While dissolving in the moisture of the tongue, glucose absorbs heat from it. So your tongue feels the cooling effect. On the other hand, if we add bathroom acid, concentrated hydrochloric acid to water, heat is evolved. Why an energy change in a dissolution? During dissolution process, solute particles break up from the main bulk and hide themselves in the intermolecular space of the solvent. Here, glucose when mixed with water, then the particle of glucose hide themselves between the space of molecules in water. This affects the motion and so kinetic energy of molecules. The kinetic energy of particle is dependent on temperature. Already 4 or 5 times I revised kinetic energy directly proportional to temperature. When temperature increase, kinetic energy increase. When temperature decrease, kinetic energy decreases. And so a change in kinetic energy will result in absorption or evolution of heat. In this video, we will discuss up to this. Rest of the chapter in next video we will discuss. Now I will give you some question for practice. You have to go through the chapter once again up to why an energy change in dissolution. Note down the questions for the practice. Note down the question. First, which main element is present in coal? Second, what is ethanol? Third, define fermentation. Fourth, what will happen when glucose dissolve in water. These questions you have to practice. Revise the chapter once again. Thank you.